Do you know what ridicule I got within the company? Russo'sBrand.com, where the pros are the pros.
We've heard you discuss your issues with Christopher Daniels before, but not really too much in detail. So this video sent in by J12, Daniels was on the Insight with Chris Van Vliet show.
Yeah, I saw he was on that show.
And he was asked why he got released from TNA.
Oh, boy.
I think, I feel like there were times where I butted heads creatively with guys like Vince Russo. And, sometimes it's easier to eliminate a problem than try to solve it, and I think that was one of the things.
The problem?
Yeah. I tried to make sense of stuff, and I never was like, hey, I'm not going to do that. But also I tried to make sense of things. And, I remember I went to Vince and I said, what do I need to do? What can I do? And he said to me like, hey, your work is going to get you over. I was like, okay. But then he would write me into these situations where like, he would say like, all right, don't do any of these hand symbols and stop wearing ring jackets to the ring. And
I stop for a second. I've never said any of that in my free. Stop wearing ring jackets to the ring. What why? That is, I was with him so far, but stop wearing ring jackets to the ring. Why? Go ahead.
Is it possible somebody else told him that and he's just misremembering and thinking it's you?
Jeff, I don't know.
Did you tell him to stop doing hand movements? Do you remember that?
Stop doing hand movements. Yeah, Jeff, stop doing hand movements.
So like, all right, don't do any of these hand symbols and stop wearing ring jackets to the ring. And it was almost like he wanted me to stop doing anything that had some sort of personality to it. He just wanted me to go out and wrestle. And I tried to make the best of that, but then I would come.
Jeff, didn't we make him that character, hot sauce character? What was that character? Curry Man. Yeah, Curry Man, bro. I want him to be all serious and go out there and wrestle, and he's doing Curry Man. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I obviously was not there. I don't know this conversation, but to me, that struck me as funny. If somebody was going to tell somebody, don't have a personality, just go out and wrestle, you would be the last person I would ever pick to say that.
Absolutely, yes.
Hand symbols and stop wearing ring jackets to the ring. And it was almost like he wanted me to stop doing anything that had some sort of personality to it. He just wanted me to go out and wrestle. And I tried to make the best of that. But then I would come back to the back and I would say like, and then I would never say, hey, was that good? I would say, hey, was that what you wanted? And then with the mindset of like, if that's what you wanted and then it didn't work, well, then what's the problem here?
Bro, here's the bottom line, bro. Here's the bottom line. Vince Russo had no power over people that were let go. Okay. I guarantee I don't, bro, Jeff, I got to be honest with you. Can you tell me when he was let go in TNA?
Yeah, it seems like because he thinks because he questioned creative stuff,
right?
That instead of discussing it with him,
right?
We're going to get rid of him instead.
Can we get a date of when he was let go?
The first time, because he talks about being brought back coming up.
Yeah, let me just hear the dates.
According to this Wikipedia, March 31st, 2010.
Okay. What happened around that time in 2010? I don't know the exact dates. Didn't Bischoff and Hogan come in at that time?
Let me see when they came in.
Yeah, I'm just curious because the dates are very, very, very important, Jeff.
That same month was when they went to Monday nights.
Okay, so Eric Bischoff and Hogan are there.
Okay, they are there because if this is correct, it was October 2009.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're
and he was let go in 2010,
the same month that they started the Monday night.
Okay, well, yeah. Here's the bottom line, Jeff. I could tell you exactly what happened. First of all, bro, these guys can go on. These guys don't have a clue. I was the writer of these shows. I was not calling shots. Who's hired? Who's fired? Who gets paid what? That I never had anything to do with that. Prior to Hogan and Bischoff and Karen Angle, that would have been Jeff. Prior to them coming, that would have been Jeff saying, cut this guy, cut that guy, 1,000%, not the writer of the show. I guarantee you what happened in 2010 was Bischoff and Hogan came in. They wanted to bring all their guys in. And in order to bring all their guys in, some guys had to be cut. And Christopher Daniels was probably the same pain in the ass to Eric and Hulk that he was to me. So they decided to let him go. These guys can carry on like this till they're blue in the face. Never at one time did I ever go to Dixie Carter, Vince McMahon, WCW, and say, fire so-and-so. Never in a million years. You got to understand, Jeff, when there's house shows and stuff, agents are writing reports. Agent is talking about the talent and how easy or difficult their work with. You know, this is an ongoing process. This isn't Vince Russo. Oh, bro, you didn't take off your ring jacket and you moved your hands when I told you not to, so I'm going to fire you. He's trying to come up with excuses of why he was let go, when the reason why you were let go, bro, was because you were probably the same pain in the ass to Eric and Hulk that you were to me. It's really that simple.
Well, then what's the problem here? You know, if I went out there and I didn't do what you wanted me to do, then I understand that's my fault. But if I go out there and I do what you want me to do, and you tell me, oh, that's what I wanted, and then it doesn't work, well, then the problem seems to be what you wanted wasn't good. So that was sort of my issue with that. So I got let go. And then a year later,
what he's talking about now is I'm probably, well, we'll see, because I'm gone in 2012.
Well, he came back in 2011.
Okay.
But he's about to say that you brought him back.
Okay.
That. So I got let go. And then a year later, he's okay to bring me back. And I remember he pulled me in front, like we had a meeting in front of the entire locker room, and he singled me out. He goes, you know, Chris, the reason we let you go is because you weren't over. And I went,
oh my gosh.
Okay. But also,
bro, I swear to God, I don't remember. I'm not going to call Chris Daniels a liar, but I never remember having, Jeff, you guys got to understand something. I am the head writer of these shows. I'm not having meetings in locker rooms, guys. That's not my role, bro. So I don't, Jeff, you
gotta, when he says he was okay to bring me back, what you're saying is you're not even asked input, part of the conversation at all about, hey, should Chris Daniels come back?
Bro, Jeff, I'll be honest with you. I don't remember any of this at all. But it just, this again, bro, is you've heard this story a million times. When a wrestler is let go, it's never anything that they did. It's always somebody else. This isn't just a Chris Daniels. This is a wrestler. But everything he's saying is so not me that I'm the writer and I'm having a meeting with the locker room. Why? I'm the writer of the show. I'm working with everybody on an individual basis. I'm not the guy talking to the locker room. But go ahead.
I mean, would you ever joke with somebody like that, just busting their balls or something?
Maybe in a one-on-one conversation. Maybe I could have said that in a one-on-one conversation.
I'm doing the stories you're writing, and I'm doing the things you want me to do, and I'm not over. Maybe those aren't good ideas. So, but, you know, I mean, and I'm sure, like, if he reads this or hears this now, he's going to pipe back and be like, no, Chris, you just wanted to do high spots. And I was like, no, I wanted to do what would work, but you didn't really, I don't know.
Jeff, I was the guy. Jeff, you don't understand. Let me explain. Here's the part that Chris isn't telling you. Jeff, I put him in an angle with Sting. Do you know what ridicule I got within the company by putting him in an angle with Sting? People thought I was nuts. Bischoff and Hogan thought it was a joke because Chris Daniels was not at the level of a Sting. I was the one that put him in that spot. Did it get over? No. Probably because nobody else bought it, bro, that Chris Daniels isn't. That came from me, bro. And all Chris Daniels wanted to do was freaking high spots. I'll never forget, Jeff. There was a time these guys, I was standing there with Matt Conway. I swear to God, Matt Conway, wherever he is, could verify this story. And these guys just had a crazy X Division match where they almost killed each other. I'm standing there having a conversation with Matt Conway, and AJ comes screaming back there straight away at me and Matt. Oh, you guys, did you see what Chris Daniels did out there? He practically killed himself out there. You guys don't appreciate it. And freaking Matt stood there and said, AJ, we didn't tell Chris to do that shit. Chris did all that shit on his own. Why are you yelling at us that Chris almost killed himself with everything he did out there in the ring? We didn't tell him to do that stuff out in the ring. I mean, bro, Chris Daniels is a wrestler first. He wants to do all that high spot shit. And for me to say, oh, Chris, go out there, don't move your hands. No, move your hands this way, Chris. You can move your hands to the right, Chris, but don't move them to the... Bro, you out of your freaking mind. These are guys, bro, after years and years and years and years, trying to validate in their minds why I was let go, because I certainly wasn't the problem. Yeah, Chris, we let you go, bro, because you were over and you were drawing and you were making the company money, so we decided to let you go.